Hello everyone. I am your English teacher today. I'm Shriya. So, we will be talking about the Wonder Bowl, that is your Unit 5 in prose. Okay, so before we get into the lesson, let us first read a small story. This story is taken from the Mahabharata. As you can see, the picture here, this picture is showing Lord Surya giving a bowl to a man. Who is Lord Surya? Lord Surya is the sun god. As you can see, the sun behind the god, he's the sun god. So, now, what is the story? So, the sun god gives a bowl, that is the magic bowl called the Akshaya Patra, to Yudhishthira. Who is Yudhishthira? Yudhishthira is one of the Pandavas. Pandavas are five brothers in the Mahabharata. Yudhishthira is one of them, and he's the elder brother. He's the first born. So he prays to Lord Surya. As an answer to his prayers, Lord Surya gives Yudhishthira the Akshaya Patra, which is called the Wonder Bowl. It is called as the Wonder Bowl because the food in that bowl is never over. There is always food in that bowl. So even if you eat, there is still food in the bowl. But till when is the food there in the bowl? Till Draupadi. Who is Draupadi? Draupadi is the wife of the Pandavas. So Yudhishthira, as he is one of the Pandava, Draupadi is Yudhishthira's wife. Okay, so generally in Hindu culture during the ancient times, the wife used to be the last one to have the meal. Meal means food. So, so till she finishes her food, the Akshay Patra will always be filled with food. Even after you eat, how much ever you eat, there is always food in the Akshay Patra. Till Draupadi finishes her food. Okay, so after this, what happens? So this Akshay Patra is useful for the Pandavas during their exile. What does exile mean? This here. Pandavas used this during their exile. Exile means living outside one's own country, as you can see here. So, living outside one's own country, what does that mean? It means during the ancient times, uh, few people would get a punishment, whereas they would have to leave their kingdom and live outside the kingdom. So, that was their punishment. Sometimes you get a punishment to sit outside your class. In the same way, during the ancient times, they used to get a punishment to leave the kingdom. So they used to live in the forests. This is when, because they were in the forest, it was very difficult for them to find food and eat. So this Akshaya Patra used to help them during that time because there used to always be food in the Akshaya Patra. They didn't need to search for food. So after that, Pandavas used this during their exile. Pandavas used the Akshaya Patra during their exile. Exile means living outside one's own country. Okay, please mark these words because they are very important. It so happened that Durvasa and his disciples arrived at Yudhishthira's dwelling. So there are two new words here. Durvasa and his disciples. Durvasa is the name of the Guru. Disciples are his followers. Disciples means followers, and followers means someone who is listening to you. So Mahatma Gandhi has followers who are the followers of Mahatma Gandhi, who listen to Mahatma Gandhi and who believe in Mahatma Gandhi. So they do what Mahatma Gandhi says. Like generally, Mahatma Gandhi said the three monkey principle, that is not to hear anything bad, not to see anything bad, and not to talk anything bad. So people who follow that and who believe that whatever he said is right are called Mahatma Gandhi's followers. And Mahatma Gandhi followed the non-violence rule. Non-violence is without using any weapons during the independence. So So now whoever follows that method of non-violence, that is without using any weapons, and asking everyone to be in peace, that means they are the followers of Mahatma Gandhi. So here, Durvasa and his disciples, meaning the followers of Durvasa. Durvasa was a sage. As you can see here, Durvasa is a great sage. Sage means a Rishi, a Muni, or a Guru. So what happened? This Durvasa and his disciples arrived at Yudhishthira's dwelling. What does dwelling mean? Durvasa and his disciples arrived at Yudhishthira's dwelling. Dwelling means a house where people live. So you are in your dwelling with your parents. What does dwelling mean? Your house. So you live in your dwelling, which means your house. Okay. So next, Durvasa asked Yudhishthira to arrange food for him and his disciples. There was no food left to serve them, since Draupadi had already finished hers. The Pandavas became anxious. So what happens? Durvasa tells Yudhishthira that there's no that they want to eat some food. So he asks Yudhishthira to give them some food. But what will happen? There is no food left, because in Akshaya Patra there is only food in Akshaya Patra till Draupadi finishes her food, finishes her meal. Meal means food. So, but here Draupadi has already finished her meal. That means there is no food in Akshaya Patra. So, how do they give some food to Durvasa and his disciples when there is no food? That is why the Pandavas become anxious. The Pandavas become anxious. What does anxious mean? Anxious means troubled mentally. Now, what does that mean? It means that you are not able to think properly because you are very confused. You don't know what to do. Here, the Pandavas don't know how to give food to Durvasa and his disciples because there is no food. So Pandavas get anxious. That is, they are confused to what to do next. Okay. So then what happens? The sage and his disciples who were bathing in the river would return for food soon. They went to the river to take a bath. So they would come back for food soon. Then what did Draupadi do? Draupadi prayed to Lord Krishna. You all know who Lord Krishna is. Lord Krishna is a god in Hinduism. So what happens? Krishna comes for help. As Draupadi asks for help, Krishna comes to help Draupadi. Then Draupadi tells Krishna the problem, that there is no food to serve Durvasa and his disciples. So then Lord Krishna says, get me the Akshaya Patra. So Draupadi goes inside and gets the Akshaya Patra. On looking closely at the bowl, Krishna found a single grain of rice and he ate it. So Krishna found only one grain of rice and he ate that grain. He was satisfied with the meal. What do you mean by he was satisfied by the meal? Meal means food, as I've told you before. And here he is satisfied with the meal, means his stomach was full. With that one grain of rice, his stomach was full. He was happy with that one grain of rice. Generally, after you have your food like lunch or dinner, you are satisfied. That is when your stomach is full. So here with that one grain of rice, Krishna's stomach was full. So then what happens? His satisfaction, that which his stomach was full, made the stomachs of Durvasa and his disciples also full. Even their stomach was full because Krishna had that one grain of rice. His satisfaction in turn made Durvasa and his disciples so fully fed that they never came to Yudhishthira's house. They wanted to come to Yudhishthira's house for food, but when their stomach was full, why should they come to Yudhishthira's house again? So in that way, Krishna had Draupadi. Because Lord Krishna is a god, when he had that one grain of rice, his stomach was full. In that way, Durvasa and his disciples' stomach was also full. So that is the short story of Durvasa, his disciples, Yudhishthira and Draupadi. So now let's once again go through the meanings. Dwelling. Dwelling means a person where people live. Please write these down or make sure you know these words. Disciple, pupil or follower. Anxious, troubled mentally. Exile, living outside one's own country. Durvasa, a great sage. Yudhishthira, first of the Pandavas in the Mahabharata. Okay, so now let's go to the next exercise, that is, after listening to the reading, let us check our understanding. Answer the following orally. Okay, so first, what is the first question? Who gave the Akshaya Patra to Yudhishthira? Who gave the Akshaya Patra to Yudhishthira? Lord Surya gave the Akshaya Patra to Yudhishthira. What was special about the Akshaya Patra? The special thing was that there was magical, it was a magical bowl and there was unlimited food in the bowl. Unlimited food means there's always food in the bowl. Even if you have some food, there is still food in the bowl. That is the speciality of Akshaya Patra. Who arrived in the house of the Pandavas? Durvasa and his disciples arrived at the house of the Pandavas. What was Yudhishthira worried about? Yudhishthira was worried about not having food in the house because Draupadi has already finished eating her food. How did Krishna satisfy Durvasa and his disciples? Krishna satisfied Durvasa and his disciples by having one grain of rice that was left in the Akshaya Patra that made his stomach full. So Durvasa and his disciples' stomach was also full. Discuss how, from an unknown quarter, help arrives when it is needed the most. This means that how will you get help from someone you don't know in the time of your need? That is the question. So, how will we get help from someone that we don't know? When you believe in that someone or in something and you have faith. Faith means you believe in that person. That is called faith. So you have, so if you have faith, you will get help from that person. Okay, so next we'll get into the actual story, but before that I will show you guys a few pictures. So this picture, first picture is of Lord Surya giving the Akshaya Patra to Yudhishthira. So the picture on the right is of Draupadi with the Akshaya Patra. So this picture is of Durvasa and his disciples coming to the house of Yudhishthira. The next picture is Draupadi and Yudhishthira showing the Akshaya Patra to Lord Krishna. Because they ask Lord Krishna for help, Lord Krishna comes to help Draupadi and Yudhishthira. That is when Draupadi shows the Akshaya Patra to Lord Krishna. Okay, so now let us watch a short video of the lesson. After that, I will explain you about the lesson.
Unit.
Don't worry if you can't understand. I will again explain it to you clearly.
5. The Wonder Bowl. The old couple, Philemon and Baucis, lived in a hut on a mound. They worked hard in their farm and were only able to get as much food as they needed. Yet they were so kind that they would never let any stranger who came to their doors go without food. They welcomed the guest with joy and shared their own meal with him. One evening, they finished their supper and sat at the door. Suddenly, they heard the barking of dogs and shouting of boys in the village. Soon, the noise grew louder. Philemon saw two strangers at whom the village boys hooted and the dogs barked. Philemon said to his wife, "Look at these boys. They ill-treat the poor strangers. I shall go and bring them. You go and see if there is any food to give them." Philemon went down to meet the ragged newcomers. He drove back the dogs and said, "Welcome, strangers." He took them into his poor cottage and made them sit at the table. They looked very tired. Baucis placed a small bowl of milk on the table and said, "This is all that I have for you, sirs. How I wish you had come a little earlier. We would have shared our supper with you." "Don't worry, good lady," said one of the guests. "All will be well. Your kindness makes this drink a feast to us. We are pleased with your hospitality." Baucis poured the milk from the bowl into 2 cups and placed them before the guests. They drank the milk, and later one of them asked for some more. Baucis, in confusion, said, "Sorry, my dear guest, there is hardly a drop left in this bowl." "Why?" cried the guest, taking the bowl. "There is milk in this bowl as much as we want." So saying, he filled not only his cup, but also his friends. Baucis was astonished as the guests filled their cups again from the bowl. She could hardly believe her eyes. "They are not ordinary men," whispered Baucis to her husband. "Yes," he replied, "they must be angels from heaven, come to bless us." "Good mother," said the guests, "we thank you for your kindness. May your bowl be full of milk always." Then they went to bed. Philemon and Baucis could hardly sleep because of the wonder that the strangers had worked with the bowl. The guests arose early next morning and got ready to go. Philemon and Baucis walked out with them for a short distance. "Good, Philemon and Baucis," said one of the guests. "We are God's messengers. We are much pleased with your kindness. Ask for anything you like, you shall have it." The old couple looked at each other. After a moment, Philemon said, "Good angels, we wish to die together." "Be it so," replied the angels. "There is your home. Live in it as long as you desire and come to heaven together. Old Philemon and Baucis were astonished to see their poor cottage turned to a grand mansion. When they turned round to thank the angels, they saw nobody there. They humbly prayed to God and lived in their mansion, doing good to everyone.
So, as you saw, that is the story of an old couple called Philemon and Baucis. Explain you guys the story called the Wonder Bowl of the old couple Philemon and Baucis. I hope you understood what was there in the video, but I will again help you with the story. So, the old couple, Philemon and Baucis, lived in a hut on a mound. What does mound mean? Mound means a raised ground. So, there's ground, and they lived in a hut that is on a higher platform than the normal ground. It is one step above the normal ground. That is called a mound. They worked hard in their farm and were only able to get as much food as they needed. Yet, they were so kind that they would never let any stranger who came to their doors go without food. They welcomed the guest with joy and shared their own meal with them. As I've told you before, meal means food. So here it shows how kind Philemon and Baucis were. Though they had very little food, they still always welcomed strangers and gave them some food. Next, one evening, they finished their supper. What does supper mean? Supper means food. An evening, a food that is before the dinner, that is called supper, and sat at the door. Suddenly, they heard the barking of dogs and shouting of boys in the village. Soon the noise grew louder. Philemon saw two strangers at whom the village boys hooted and the dogs barked. What does hooted mean? Hooted means shouted. As you saw in the video, we could hear boys and the dogs bark and shout at the strangers. So here, hooted means shouted. Philemon said to his wife, "Look at these boys. They ill treat the poor strangers. I shall go and bring them. You go and see if there is any food to give them." As I've told you before, they are a very kind old couple. So even though they don't have enough food, they make sure they have food to give to the strangers, whoever comes to their village. Next, what happens? Philemon went down to meet the ragged newcomers. What does ragged mean? Ragged means dressed in torn clothes. Ragged means dressed in torn clothes. So Philemon goes to meet those people who are dressed in torn clothes. Torn clothes means the clothes that are torn. Here, there is, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention about another word. It says, "Look at these boys. They ill treat the poor strangers." What does ill treat mean? Ill treat means show discourtesy. Show discourtesy means shouting at them, barking at them is called ill treating them. Generally, when there are new people coming to the village, you talk to them, you ask them what are they doing, why did they come. But here, these boys and the dogs were barking and shouting at them. So that is what Philemon meant by ill treating them. Without talking to them, they were shouting at them. So that is why it is called ill treating. Means show discourtesy. Okay, next. Philemon went down to meet the ragged newcomers. He drove back the dogs and said, "Welcome, strangers." He took them into his poor cottage and made them sit at the table. They looked very tired. What does very tired mean? Means they looked very because it looked like they traveled from a long distance, so they looked very sleepy and very without food. That means tired. He took them into his poor cottage. What does cottage mean? Cottage means his hut. Bosses placed a small bowl of milk on the table and said, "This is all that I have for you, sirs. How I wish you had come a little earlier. We would have shared our supper with you." As I've told you before, Bosses and Philemon just had their supper and they were sitting in their balcony when they saw the two strangers. So when the strangers came home, they said, "You should have come a little earlier, so we would have shared our supper with you." Supper means something that is taken before the dinner. Okay. So next, what will the stranger say? The guests. The guests will say, "Don't worry, good lady. All will be well. Your kindness makes this drink a feast to us. We are pleased with your hospitality." So, as Bosses gives a bowl of milk to the strangers, they Bosses also says, "I'm sorry, you should have come a little earlier because we don't have enough food to give you." So for that, the guests will say, "Don't worry, good lady. All will be well. Your kindness makes this drink a feast to us." A feast means large amount of food. Like, suppose you like certain kinds of food and your mom makes all that food. Suppose you like payasam, you like pongal, and your mother makes all of that. So that is a feast to you. Here, they said this one glass of milk looks like a feast to them. "We are pleased with your hospitality." What does hospitality mean? Friendly reception of guests. Hospitality means friendly reception of guests. What does that mean? It means because when the guests came home, they served them with food and they were very kind to them without shouting or barking at them like the dogs and the boys. So that is called hospitality. They were very nice and kind to the guests. Bosses poured the milk from the bowl into 2 cups and placed them before the guests. They drank the milk and later one of them asked for some more. So what will happen? Bosses will pour the milk into the 2 glasses. After they drank that milk in the glass, one of the guests will ask for some more milk. Then what will bosses say? Bosses will say, "Sorry, my dear guests, there is hardly a drop left in this bowl." So because they have already had their food, there is no more milk left in the bowl. Then the guest says, "Why?" cried the guest, taking the bowl. "There is milk in this bowl as much as we want." So saying, he filled not only his cup but also his friends. Now this is something shocking, something that Bosses and Philemon were very shocked to see because they didn't know there was food in the bowl. So when so that was very shocking to them because they didn't know there was milk in the bowl. But when the guests poured milk into the glasses, they were they were shocked. How did milk come into the bowl when there was no milk? So then what will happen? So saying, he filled not only his cup but also his friends. Bosses was astonished. What does astonished mean? Astonished means shocked because because there was no food in there's no milk in the bowl, but when these guests poured it into the bowl, there was milk. That made Bosses shocked. That is astonished. As the guests fill their cups again, she could hardly believe her eyes. "They are not ordinary men," whispered Bosses to her husband. "Yes," he replied, "they must be angels from heaven come to bless us." So, of course, when there is no food and when they pour milk into the bowl, it is very surprising because we can't do that. Only angels or gods can do that. So that is why bosses says to her husband that they are not ordinary men, and her husband agrees to it. Good mother, said the guests, we thank you for your kindness. May your bowl be full of milk always. Then they went to bed. Philemon and bosses could hardly sleep because of the wonder that the strangers had worked with the bowl. The guests arose early next morning and got ready to go. So that night, the guests thanked bosses and Philemon for the food, and they went to sleep. But Philemon and bosses could not sleep because they were shocked. Because they were shocked of what the strangers did. That is, they put more milk when there was no milk. So then what happens? The guests arose early next morning and got ready to go. The guests arose means the guests woke up from the sleep early next morning and got ready to go. Philemon and bosses walked out with them for a short distance. Good, Philemon and bosses, said one of the guests. We are God's messengers. We are much pleased with your kindness. So, as Philemon and bosses thought before that they were angels, now they have agreed that they are God's messengers. We are much pleased with your kindness. Ask for anything you like, you shall have it, they said. The old couple looked at each other. After a moment, Philemon said, Good angels, we wish to die together. Be it so, replied the angels. So, what does Philemon ask the angels? He says, I want to die with my wife. So, please help us to die together. Then the angels will say, Yes, okay, you will both die together. And he shows them to the house. There is your home. Live in it as long as you desire and come to heaven together. Old Philemon and bosses were astonished to see their poor cottage turn into a grand mansion. As you saw in that video, there was a big mansion. The cottage got turned into a mansion. A mansion means a grand house or a palace. Astonished means wondered. When they turned round to thank the angels, they saw God. They saw nobody there. They humbly prayed to God and lived in their mansion doing good to everyone. So that is the end of the story. I hope you understood the story. If you don't understand, please go through the story once again and let me know if you have any doubts. In the next video, we will discuss the exercises that are related to this story. Thank you. Have a nice day.